you said you're in the shower or you're on a ride and it kind of, there are things that, pop up and so do you make a note of those on the fly or?
Yeah. So there were a few ideas that seemed great and then you forget about them.
Yeah.
So recently I've started, I think 6 months. Before that, most of my ideas used to come during work hours, so it was easy to make notes. But I realized that's not the only place you get your ideas. Sometimes it's a conversation you're having and you get an idea or you're watching something. So I kind of carry a notebook with me everywhere because I believe in not just writing. I kind of just sketch it out sometimes. I just just doodle around, and that sticks with me more than words. So a notebook works to me better than a digital note app. So yeah, I've been doing that. I think everyone should, at least if you're in the creative space, because you don't know which idea might work where. And it may not work today. It may work for a company which you're working for 3-4 years later.
Exactly,
right?
Unexpected.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and before Playo, I think I one hour short films. I would also write ads for companies. So I would take a let's say a radio company. Like, how would I advertise a radio company? And I would write an ad for them. Let's say a cooker, a prestige cooker. Like how? So I would just dabble around with these things, just to. I never thought I'll make a career out of it. I wanted to maybe that's why I'm here. But that helped. That kind of also gave my co-founders the confidence that this guy can think like that.
Got that creative edge.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that's helped me stay on the creative side of things.
Yeah. That whole noting down stuff, right, is something that I've not just of late, I've pretty much always done, and I'm a big, let's say, I'm big on finding the right sort of apps, the right sort of mediums.
Right.
I'm not much for, I don't like writing as such because my handwriting is pathetic. I would prefer quickly jotting it down here, and also because technology is so great at this point, you have it seamlessly synced up across all your devices, right? So even with just this podcast, right, and so because we're going to be pushing content onto YouTube, I've also kind of started ideating around videos we're going to start shooting for YouTube specifically, not maybe outside the podcast series, and maybe using its and bits from the podcast series too.
Okay.
But yeah, so there are a lot of these ideas that pop up on the fly.
Right.
So earlier it was a lot of these business ideas. I have like an entire, I'd say, a book filled with ideas. So the first, I still remember the first kind of venture or the first kind of idea I started honing in on was, I think, first year or second year of college, where I decided I'm going to make a parking payment and automated system.
Wow. Okay.
Right. So in the sense that I was in a queue in a car in a parking lot in a mall, where people just are finding it hard to find the right change or the right amount and all that. So it's definitely a problem, and of course there was a solution for it in the sense we could have come up with the right sort of app, but at one point it also struck me, after doing about 3 months of research and figuring things out, I realized that it's not big an idea for it to be its own standalone thing. Either I need to venture into parking management of spaces, infrastructure, and also club this in.
Correct.
Because otherwise it's basically Paytm coming in, and that's exactly what they did. At that point, they weren't too, this is about maybe 8 years ago.
Right.
So Paytm was quite nascent, at least in, apart from just the wallet.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now they're everywhere. It's just a matter of using QR.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just like after that, ever since I have a big issue with remembering things. Right. I mean, yeah. So and that's another reason why I use mediums.
Got it.
Because I can quickly search for what I want. If I write it down in a book, I have no idea, because I don't remember when I noted it down, and I have no idea what I noted down. So, so that's helped me, in a lot of ways.
I think it's super important. I haven't been doing it. I think I did but I've been a little inconsistent with where I've been doing it. So I've had the Google Keep app and then my local app on the Mac or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So I would have loved it if I could have done it, digitally, but I wasn't able to. So I figured, let me just do something that comes naturally to me,
Yeah.
and eventually, bring it online.
Yeah.
And I think in general, it'll be great to, when you send me those questions, it was hard for me, though I've experienced it in just my story, right?
Yeah.
I've forgotten a lot of things, and a lot of the things I have blurred out, and they've mixed up. I don't remember which year this has happened in.
Yeah.
So I wish I could have documented them in some way. Even it could be a few incidents, or maybe even having a personal diary could help. I don't have one. I wish. I think I should have one now. Right. So those milestones really matter. Like I can't. So you asked me what was something amazing that happened. So in 2018, Playo won the App of the Year. We didn't think we were even in contention, but we got a mail from Google Play Store telling that you've won App of the Year in the Hidden Gem category.
Okay.
And we were shocked, and what went well with it was we were launching a new version of our app. So we were on the Google Play Store's homepage with, in the carousel, and it was great for us. So I didn't remember it, and I don't remember it when I'm talking to people that we were the App of the Year. So things like this, which mattered, the struggles that we've gone through, just document it. You never know when you might need it, and it's just nice to have a peek at your past once in a while.
There's this. I'm not sure what it's called. It's a device that you can scribble onto. I forget what it's called.
A sketchpad?
No, it's called I'll probably link it in the description if I can remember it. But it's basically just an iPad sort of a screen, and you have a pen, and you get the feel of writing on paper.
Oh, yeah.
And the best bit is it converts into a PDF, and it's searchable, and it's everything. It saves paper, everything, right?
That's
Remarkable.
amazing.
It's called Remarkable.
Remarkable. Okay.
Yeah, it's yet to hit India, but so my wife and I were talking about it, and it's just an incredible product because you carry around a book, like you said, but something like this is so powerful because you, one, get to kind of quickly jot it down. Two, it's converted, pushed onto the cloud. Three, it's searchable.
Yeah.
And four, it's it kind of gives you that feel. So I was I was looking at this product, and I was actually contemplating whether I should pick this up or not, but I realized I don't write, so it just doesn't make sense for me. But my wife, on the other hand, is a doodler and scribbler.
Okay.
Right?
Awesome.
So probably get one for her. She'll pick up one soon. Yeah, but it's so important, I feel, to put stuff off your head into words, because either you kind of gain some clarity while you do so, and like you said, it's good history of things that you've done, and just thoughts in general. And also another thing is, again, I don't know who said this. I think it's David Allen who said, who's the author of Getting Things Done. He said that again, I could probably be killing this. I don't think I'm getting this right, but he said your brain's is good at coming up with ideas, but it's not good at storing them. Right. Which is so true.
Yeah.
And his philosophy or his process has always been about quickly getting it off your RAM, and pushing it onto whatever, because you need your brain for other things.
Exactly.
And you're kind of opening up the space for things that actually demand your attention. You don't need to keep thinking about okay, I need to do this 7:30, so let's just 7:30. And I suck at that. I rely solely on reminders and all these things. I would be lost without them.
That's super cool. I think I am learning to do that. I haven't really put out my whole calendar on digitally, but I should, because I've missed out on meetings, critical ones, or I've realized them like 10 minutes before and I wasn't prepared for them. So I clearly need to improve on that.
The calendar thing is a bit of a stretch for me too, because I can't plan every single minute of the day, or at least to whatever extent. If there's a meeting, great. We need that to anyway access the details, the conference details and all that. But at least reminders are like oh my God, it's like a big boon. I wouldn't be able to survive if it wasn't for that.